Welcome everybody to another Wednesday wrap-up, your weekly entertainment wrap-up brought to you by Borderline Entertainment. If you're watching this on Twitch, that means that you're catching it live on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. However, if you're one of those few people that watch it on YouTube, that means you're catching it a few days later, and the big kicker is you're not catching the full episode. So while we do appreciate the view, thank you very much, and while you're here, please think about subscribing. We also encourage you to check out the live show on twitch.tv/Borderline Entertainment, where you can be a part of the conversation and you get to see the full episode, the live, uncut, raw show. This episode is brought to you by our patrons. You can be one too. Head over to patreon.com, search Borderline Entertainment, and consider being a patron today. So please consider giving even $1 a month. That would help us greatly. Now, you do notice that I continue to say we, and that is for good reason. Tonight, I am joined by brand new special guest, Sky. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
I'm Sky.
Sky has been a longtime supporter of Borderline Entertainment, and her contributions and supporting nature has landed her a guest role on tonight's show. Welcome. How do you feel? Are you a little nervous?
I feel good. Dreams coming true. Been hoping to be on this guest spot for a long time.
So make sure that you give Sky some love in the chat. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, put some cool comments down below. Now, if you've never watched the show before, first of all, welcome. We're glad that you're here. Second of all, you're probably unsure about how we do things. So let me break this down. Here on Wednesday Wrap Up, we take entertainment news topics. We go from Wednesday to Wednesday. We choose 4 standout news stories. We rank them, tell you what we think about them, and we give it to you in a more digestible piece. Now, with that said, we're going to get things started, which means we are kicking it off with our Apple of the Week, the best news story in entertainment news, and that goes to the Jonas Brothers. Because they're back.
Woo!
Holy crap. I don't claim to be the biggest Joe Bro fan, but I happen to be related to some of the biggest ones and married to one of the biggest Jonas Brothers fans, so I can't escape it. And I'll admit, I have my favorite tunes. I catch myself singing along from time to time. But this is one of the reasons why Sky has landed a spot on tonight's show, because she is a huge Joe Bros fan. So, Sky, I'm going to let you share your little bit of why you think the Jonas Brothers deserves the best news story in entertainment news.
The Jonas Brothers are kind of a staple everywhere.
Okay.
I think that they really just top off music in general.
That's a big statement.
They're that great. They've been that great. The Jonas Brothers was my first concert ever, 2009. I still have the t-shirt I bought when I was there. I still have the t-shirt I made to wear that said, I love the Jonas Brothers, and on the back it said, more than you.
Wow.
And then on the bottom it said, Skies Guys. Yeah.
The big reason, though, is because they haven't been around for a long time, or they've been gone for a long time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's crazy. That was 10 years ago, to the year, and now they're back. And what's really amazing is they have so many fans that have been waiting for this and dreaming about it, like me, and thought it would never happen. Maybe like sometime in the future they'd have like one reunion concert, but no, like this is the dream to the max. They're back. They are more mature this time. They're all like married, almost married, and so they're sharing this whole comeback with their loved ones, and their crazy fans are ready to drop hundreds of dollars for concert tickets for literally anything. Twitter is blowing up with people saying that I would sell my liver to be front row at the Jonas Brothers reunion concert.
They were trending for a few days out of the weekend.
Yeah, because they came right in saying that they were coming back, and then just days later they dropped a music video and news that there's going to be a documentary that they're making with Amazon, I think.
Yep, Amazon Video.
All about this last year, because they've been hiding this for a year, at least. And we had no idea
which is crazy.
They have a whole week on James Corden, all week, to celebrate their comeback.
I'm excited about that. But here in this new song, it's called Sucker, correct?
Yeah.
You get the feeling of classic Joe Bros. You know, there are hints of it throughout, but then you also get like hints of each of their own flavors tossed in there. And then Kevin just really rounds everything out because he's the best. But congratulations again to the Jonas Brothers. You win the Apple of the Week, the best news story in entertainment news. Now, Sky, I know that you've been a viewer of Wednesday Wrap-Up, so you know not all news is good news.
Mm-mm.
And that brings us to our Onion of the Week, the worst news story in entertainment news. And that goes to, unfortunately, PlayStation and the PS Vita. R.I.P. It is a sad day.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace. Now, we knew for a while, PlayStation made an announcement that when March comes along in 2019, no longer would they be supporting PlayStation 3 and PS Vita in their PS Plus releases. But then we received news, and so that came from Polygon. And again, this story came over the weekend. Sony has officially ended production of the PlayStation Vita. That means if you want to buy it, good luck trying to get it new. Because those new ones, if anybody has already bought them, it's going to be like a resale ticket for BTS. The price is going to skyrocket.
$1 million.
Now, you can still go to your local GameStop or your secondhand mom and pop shop and probably get them for like $150, depending, but you are getting them used, which is really going to be how you get them from here on out. And I do apologize. I'm not currently wearing my Vita Island shirt, and I have the Vita Island poster, and that comes from Kinda Funny, and so I would put that on the back, but I actually haven't framed it yet. It's still in the tube because I didn't know where I wanted to put it, and I didn't want to just like stick it out without a nice frame.
I never had the chance to really play on a Vita. I've watched like gameplay here and there and how great the gameplay can be, and now hearing that they're discontinued can be really heartbreaking. It is kind of sad. Like, even though I didn't get to play on it and I don't get into handheld gaming as much as I would like to, I always like to see new stuff come out and new developments. And just more chances for people to experience different types of gameplay.
Right.
And I think it's important for fun, but it's also really important for people that care about it and make something like this their life. So just anytime you see an end to something like that is kind of sad.
Yep. The Vita not only had some really great titles, although towards the end it was just a lot of like these obscure anime titles, but the technology within the Vita itself, now there were a lot of hiccups and a lot of missteps from Sony themselves with the proprietary memory. The UI was kind of wonky. But there were a lot of pluses that the Vita had that I feel like were really pioneering, because a big feature was remote play. So you could remote play the PS4. Now the Vita came out before the PS4, but they had that in mind. And then you get into the touch functionality, which is nothing new because we had the DS systems. However, they had back touch, which for games like Tearaway had a lot of really cool concepts in the way that they utilize that. There were just a lot of hidden gems on that console. With that said, the Onion of the Week, the worst news story in entertainment news, goes to PlayStation and the PlayStation Vita. Now, before we move on to the Banana of the Week, we did want to add an addendum. And we didn't want to make light of this situation, but we just wanted to, to share our feelings with the family of Luke Perry. Sadly, he passed away this past week. If you don't know who Luke Perry is, big on 90210, recent projects being Riverdale. It was just really sad news to see such a talented person leave us. So again, from Borderline Entertainment, our thoughts and prayers go out to Luke Perry's family and friends. But let's continue on. Let's lift our spirits. Let's get some chuckles going. We're going to move into the Banana of the Week. That is the funniest news story in entertainment news. The Banana of the Week goes to Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie.
Hold it, Tails. I'm still not sure that's the real sound.
Then I guess I'll have to prove it.
Ooh. Okay, so the titular character, Sonic, we've seen some screens here and there. They released a movie poster, which was like his outline, and you really couldn't see too many details. And then there was this other poster where you could see his very hyper realistic muscular legs, and that was weird. But everybody wondered, what is Sonic's face going to look like? And over the past week, some photos leaked out that apparently show what Sonic looks like, and it is freaking weird. Like, he has a very realistic face, but it's hilarious the way that this guy looks. Did you? So you got a chance to take a look at his face?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I hadn't seen it until, like, I'd heard about it and I'd seen people tweet about it, but I hadn't seen, like, pictures or anything until I follow Jimmy Wong on Twitter.
Shout out to Jimmy Wong.
Yes, at JF Wong. Follow him.
Also, side note, let's try to get JF Wong on the show. Sorry, keep going.
So I saw him tweet just one picture of it, and the only thing he said was "no" in all caps with like 6 N's and 12 O's.
So it was
And
like,
then,
no!
yeah, immediately after, he tweeted a different picture of it, which is even scarier, of Sonic like looking forward like this. And his hair is huge. He looks like McCavity from Cats the Musical.
Yes!
His hair is shooting back. And then he tweeted again a different picture of it, of Sonic holding up the ring, and he just said "Y" in all caps. And that was my first impression of what it looked like. And I thought it was like fake. Like I thought
it was fake too.
I thought it was like fan art, like making fun of, like, oh, there's a new Sonic movie or whatever coming out. No.
No,
It's
this is really what he's gonna look like. It's so scary. So I did see one image that made the whole Sonic fiasco look semi-okay, and that was from Tom Marks of IGN. He photoshopped this picture of Sonic, but he fixed the eyes. And I feel like if they would just fix the eyes, then for the most part, it would be okay. So basically what he did was, in his Photoshop, so like Sonic has like the big looped eyes, and they look like goggles, and then they're connected in the middle, it's just like one giant eye. And so he photoshopped that on there, and then kept the pupils and the irises, pupils, not pupus, pupils and irises on there, and it looked okay. Like, it didn't look that bad. So it's like, if they just fixed the eyes, we'd be okay. And then, I don't know if you saw this, or if you thought this. So he looks super realistic. In the cartoon that they released, in the games, everything, he's just him. He's blue, and that's that. He has shoes and gloves, and hey, it's Sonic. But for some reason, when I saw this image, I'm like, this dude needs pants.
Yeah, me too.
This is so uncomfortable. He's straight up naked.
You guys are making me lose my marbles.
Congratulations again to Sonic the Hedgehog, the upcoming live-action movie in your naked blue self. You get the banana of the week, the funniest news story in entertainment news. Yo, my hope. I'm your hope. J-Hope.
I'm your angel.
Okay, that's too much. Thank goodness that brings us to our muffin of the week, our favorite news story in entertainment news, and that goes to Apple?
Yeah, because they're the original creators.
They're the ones who are actually doing this? Okay, yeah, so this goes to Apple.
Just follows whatever they do.
Gotcha. Now, the reason that Apple gets the muffin of the week is because, now this is huge to me, and it is totally personal, but they are finally creating interracial couple emojis. Like, this is huge, because I feel like when they did the update, and I want to say it was last year, they added elves and genies and wizards and dragons. That stuff was awesome. And then they added, what was the other one that I was like super pumped about?
They added pregnant women?
Yeah, I wasn't caring about that. There's no offense to pregnant women at all, but there was another like mystical beast type situation. I thought, I don't know, but it was like all just like funky cool stuff, and like I just love sending those random emojis all the time. But then it came to like relationships, and before it was, it was just like man and woman relationships, and that's just how it was. And there was a long time even when like people, they were just all yellow, and there were no skin color options. Then they added skin color options, and it was like, yeah, representation. And then they added same-sex couples, and it was like, woo, more representation. And then, like, for the longest time, I'm like, okay, this is great. They're going to keep going. What about me? I want an interracial couple. This is great. But they still hadn't done it. And I saw this news early this morning, and I went, there's no way I can't talk about this, because I've been dying to see this. Now, the movement has been going on for a while. That's how we got a lot of the other relationship emojis, which was hashtag represent love. And I was on Twitter and I saw this news from Tinder. I don't follow Tinder. It was a promoted ad that they tweeted, but this is what the tweet said. I'm just going to read it from them. Together with 50,000 plus of you, we petitioned at Unicode to hashtag represent love by adding interracial couple emojis, and we won. We're honored, proud, every phase of expressing joy. Thanks to everyone that showed their support. And then with that, they shared a GIF showing all of the different variations of interracial couples that they have. I mean, literally just spans the gamut, and it's huge.
I think it's great. I also love representation. We've come really far, and it's ridiculous that we should have to count this as a win to just get like small pictures on our phone to send back and forth to represent the people that are actually sending them.
Right.
But the generation, the place that we're in right now in technology and social media, it is huge. Because we've come really far, but we're still so far behind. So something even as small as this is a huge win. One of my initial thoughts was I was a little worried if there were people in a specific type of interracial relationship that wasn't represented by the colors of the emojis that they put in to be used. What would they say about that? Because there are so many different combinations. There are so many different types of people in the world. And we want to accommodate for everyone. But coming from them, they might say, well, we can't accommodate every single person in the world, but this is as much as we can do. So I was worried if there was going to be some conflict about that. But I haven't heard anything like that so far. I mean, I haven't seen them. I don't know what all they have. But I'm assuming that if they did it and they made it, that they really went out and did it.
Well, congratulations again to Apple and your new emojis that are on their way. Thank you so much for finally getting on the ball and adding more representation. We love and appreciate that so much.
Congratulations, Tinder.
No.
For doing it again.
I'm not congratulating Tinder. That's the tweet that I saw. Okay, they didn't do this. They participated, but that's not it. But still, thanks Tinder for helping out. That's pretty cool too. A quick wrap up, the Apple of the Week, the Jonas Brothers. Onion of the Week, the PlayStation Vita. Banana of the Week, Sonic the Hedgehog. Muffin of the Week, Apple and their new interracial couple emojis.
Yes.
Now, we're going to wrap things up with our weekend wrap up. So, Sky, what are you doing this weekend? And where can people find you, if you want to promote followers or anything that you're doing, or if you want, go ahead, do your thing.
This weekend, gotta say, I'm spending all of my focus, my time, trying to get these BTS tickets. Army, I love you.
Okay. You think you're worldwide handsome?
And if you're Army, or you just love BTS, or you just love looking at good content for once in your life, follow my BTS fan Instagram at HobieHope17, HOBIHOPE17. It will be the best decision you make, I swear, on it. Asa, what about you? What are you doing? Where can people find you? What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Just have been so enthralled with that game, even though it came out a little while ago, and there are so many other games that I really want to play. So I'll definitely hit that up, probably play a few other things, catch up on some anime that I've been watching. If you haven't seen Run with the Wind, please, you need to go watch that. It is so good. And then if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at agreenriver07. Thank you so much, Sky, for being on the show and for continuing to support Borderline Entertainment. And again, we want to give a huge shout out to Samantha Jane Art for creating our wonderful mascots for the show. They are super awesome, and if you want to have some custom art made too, you can go to her website, SamanthaJaneArt.com, and get your custom pieces made today. But if you want to connect with us, like we would love to connect with you, you can go to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, search Borderline Entertainment, like, comment, follow, subscribe, all of those goodies. Be a part of the community and join the conversation. Again, we are trying to just grow the Borderline family, and that means you. So please consider joining us today.
Do it.
Do it. But for Borderline Entertainment, I'm Asa. This is Sky.
Yep.
Be well, Borderline family.